stop, put down the bowl. If you're about to buy a betta fish and put it in one of these, you're about to make a mistake that will cost your fish its health, its color, and probably its life. And here's the thing that kills me. Pet store told you it was fine. The box said betta tank. It's right there on the label. Well, it's a lie. I'm going to tell you the only 3 betta tank sizes that actually work and why everything else is a waste of your money and your fish's life. Let me explain why this matters. Because I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to understand it. They're mostly from Southeast Asia, specifically Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Bettas live in shallow rice paddies, marshes, slow-moving streams. Now, here's where people get it wrong. Those rice paddies, while shallow, are huge. We're talking acres of water. Bettas have territory in the wild that can span several square miles. So when someone tells you that bettas live in tiny puddles in the wild, so your small tank is fine, that's only half true, and it's been twisted into a full lie. The 3 tank sizes. Let's go with the smallest to largest. Size 1, the 5-gallon tank. The minimum, the bottom floor, the absolute lowest acceptable number that I'm now going to recommend for a betta. And when I say recommend, I mean accept without yelling at you. It's the baseline. You're doing the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is okay. If this was 4 or 5 years ago, I would have told you a 1.5, 2-gallon tank. Here's what a 5-gallon is going to give you. Enough water volume to dilute that ammonia in between water changes. It's your filter. It's room for a small heater and sponge filter. Heater's a definite. It gives you space for plants, which make hiding spots. And it gives your betta enough swimming room for it to explore and patrol. Here's what it doesn't give you safely. Room for tank mates. Don't push it. A 5-gallon with a solo betta is enough and can be a beautiful tank by itself. It gives you a margin of error on water changes, but you still need to stay on top of them because, again, it's smaller volume. It gives you space for some aquascaping. It'll look good, but it won't be epic. The 5-gallon is perfect for a desk setup, your bedroom, a kid's first betta tank with adult supervision on water changes, of course, or someone who just wants a beautiful fish but doesn't want to worry about a whole aquatic ecosystem. If you're looking for my recommendations on 5-gallon tanks, honestly, the 5-gallon kit from PetSmart, their brand, gives you a light, which is good enough for newbies and Java fern. It gives you a small filter, and you buy a small heater for it, and you're pretty much set. If you want other recommendations on tanks, I would suggest the 5-gallon range. You're welcome to check out my Amazon list, link in the description. Okay, quick question for you. What size is your betta tank right now? Drop it in the comments, and be honest. If you've got a 1-gallon situation going on, I'm not going to yell at you. I promise. I'm going to be happy that you're here willing to learn. It's a judgment-free zone. Well, mostly judgment-free. I do reserve the right to judge you just a little. But seriously, tell me the tank, whether you've upgraded. I read every comment, and I'll be responding to all of them. The 10-gallon tank. This is the sweet spot, the Goldilocks zone if we were talking plants. If I could give only one recommended tank size for a betta tank, forever, every single person who asked me, it would be 10-gallon. Here's why. 10-gallon gives you everything that a 5 gives you, plus room for tank mates. You can add in some snails, some smaller schools of harlequin rasboras or ember tetras or other smaller tetras and rasbora species. The betta has territory, and so do the tank mates. Everybody has their own lane in the tank. Water stability. It doubles the water volume, which means double that barrier against ammonia spikes and temperature swings. Your water changes become less frantic. You're not living on the edge anymore. As someone who keeps a bunch of nano tanks that are 5 and under, trust me, water changes have to happen all the time. It gives you more aquascaping potential depending on the dimensions on the tank. You can actually create a real nice aquascape in a 10-gallon. Different layers of substrates, multiple plant species, a hardscape, cave with open swimming spaces. A 10-gallon has the depth and length to make it look like a real underwater landscape instead of just a fish in a box. And filtration options. You can run a proper sponge filter or hang on back with real biological media. The nitrogen cycle actually works in the 10-gallon. You're not constantly fighting with the water. You're working with it. The 10-gallon is perfect for someone who wants their betta tank to be a feature piece in the room. Anyone who wants to add a cleanup crew or tank mates, and especially anyone who's out of betta in a smaller tank and is ready for a level up. Here's my tank. If you're debating between a 5 and a 10, and the 10 is within your budget, get the 10. The difference in your fish's quality of life is massive, and the difference in your enjoyment with the tank even bigger. A 10-gallon tank is a better centerpiece, and a 5-gallon tank is just a desk sticker. Now I'm talking about a 20-gallon long, not the tall, the long. These are usually about 30 inches. That's a lot of horizontal swim space, and bettas are very horizontal swimmers. They're not deep fish. They patrol the surface of the water because they also breathe the air. 20 gallon long basically gives them a runway. Here's what the 20 gallon unlocks the 10 and 5 don't give you. Full community tank. Your betta fish can live with a decent sized school of tetra and a group of corydoras and snails. It becomes a real ecosystem. A 20 gallon long gives you space for a breeding setup with a divider if you want to go that route too. 20 gallon long also gives you an option of having a betta sorority with the needed space. And 20 gallons is the minimum you want to go with a sorority, and that would advance your fish keeping to even the next level. I have a bunch of sorority videos if you want to go check those out. And it gives you potential for a stunning aquascape. You can create a real layout, a dense jungle, a water biotope, whatever you want. The canvas is big enough to create something wonderful. 20 gallon long is for those committed people, someone who really wants a showpiece tank, or someone who's been in the hobby for a while and wants to give their betta fish the best possible life. I know you might be sitting there thinking, well, Lefty, what about a 3 gallon? Why not a 2.5 gallon? They exist. I've used them. People do keep bettas in them. Some bettas survive in them, and survive is not the same as thrive. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because I did this myself. You and I can do better. 3 gallon betta tanks on Amazon, built-in LEDs, fake lights, all that junk. Those are designed to sell to people who don't know better. Tank is cheap. The marketing says betta on it. It looks cute on the shelves. On a budget, I'd rather you go to buy the 5 gallon bear tank than spend $40 on a fancy betta kit. It's going to slowly poison your fish. Listen, I'm not going to shame anyone. If you're here watching this video, you're trying to learn. That puts you a step ahead of most people. But once you know better, do better. And that's the deal. And that's what I did myself. Trust me, I noticed a change when I had bettas in a 1.5, a 5 gallon tank. The fish's quality of life just got so much better. Colors came out, the fins were nice and healthy. It just made all the difference. If this video has helped you understand what your betta actually means, hit subscribe. I've got a bunch of long form videos and shorts on betta care, disease treatment, planet tanks, full builds, everything. If you're in this hobby, you want to be here for it. So there you have it. 5 gallon minimum, 10 gallon, that sweet spot, 20 long gives you that flex capability. Everything else is either a quarantine tank or just a mistake. If you're working on a healthier setup or you're trying to fix one that's already been giving you trouble, check out my betta playlist. It covers tank size, temperature, filtration, feeding, betta problems, all in one place. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment. Please share it with your friends, family, whoever you think this might help. Leave a subscribe if you want more care tips, fish keeping myths, tank setup guides. I'm Lefty. Brace to chaos, and I'll see you next time.